Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from North Jackson, Tennessee on Walker Road, ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. It started off a little on the chilly side. It warmed up into the 40s today. The rain sort of held off. Had a little bit here in North Jackson since about 4 p.m. Most of the heavy rain right now is in northern sections of West Tennessee and well off into Arkansas, which I'll show you momentarily. In the meantime, go ahead and share with you yesterday's climate summary. Yesterday's high temperature here in North Jackson, well, the low, I'll give that to you first, was 14 degrees yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon, the high was 36 degrees. Had no precipitation yesterday. Yesterday's highest wind gust was 15 miles per hour out of the northeast at 8:37 a.m. And it looks like, let me try it this way. No, I better keep my glasses on. Pardon me for a moment. Have a little fun here, huh? The highest wind gust, I gave you that. Coldest wind chill yesterday morning was yesterday morning was 10 degrees at 5, 7, and 8 a.m. Yesterday's coldest low in West Tennessee was 12 degrees in Savannah, Tennessee, and the highest would be 39 degrees at the Memphis, Tennessee airport. Alrighty, and back in 1970, yesterday, January the 6th, Jackson, Tennessee had 4 inches of snow. Thought I'd remind you of that one for fun there. Now today's climate data, as of 5 p.m. here in North Jackson, the skies was cloudy at that time. We had a few sprinkles at that time. The temperature here was down to 40 degrees. It's not going to get much colder than that though overnight. If anything, it may actually warm up a little bit, which is good news for us. The dew point would be 23 degrees. The humidity would be 52%. The wind would be out of the south at 5 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure would be 30.14 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature here in North Jackson was 20 degrees. Today's high was, 46 degrees. We got above freezing, even in the 40s. How about that? 46 degrees. Tomorrow's even going to be a little warmer. And rainfall-wise, believe it or not, I've had 2/100ths of an inch of rainfall here. As of 5 p.m., I believe Bemis had a trace out in South Jackson. I'll be measuring myself in Bemis within 2 weeks. That's all I'm going to say at the moment. Alright, 2/100ths here in North Jackson. Lowest humidity will be 34% at 12 noon. The highest would be 52% at 5 p.m. And the lowest barometric pressure would be 30.14 inches at 5 p.m. and the highest would be 30.42 inches at 12 through 2 a.m. Today's highest wind gust would be 22 miles per hour out of the south. I'm going to say that again. South. We've had so many days with north winds. We finally got some with south winds at 22 miles per hour at 10:15 a.m. this morning. And I might have already told you the coldest wind chill for today would be 18 degrees, and that occurred at 1 a.m. Today's records for January the 7th, the hottest high would be 72 in 2008. Coldest high would be 19 degrees in 1968. Warmest low would be 62 degrees in 2008. It was a nice warm day back in 2008. Low of 62 and a high of 72. And the coldest low would be 1 below zero in 1970. Boy, isn't that interesting thought there. Yesterday we had 4 inches of snow in 1970 and had a low this morning, the 7th, of 1 below zero in 1970. You imagine having 4 inches of snow on the ground with temperatures around zero? Whew, that happened back between January 6th and 7th of 1970. My goodness. 1 below zero in 1970 with approximately 4 inches of snow on the ground. Okay. Talking about tough time. Alrighty. Rainfall record would be 1.5 inches, 1.50 in 1950. Excuse me, in 2005. An inch and a half in 2005. Snowfall record for today. And even though we probably had some snow on the ground in 1970, it doesn't match the record amount. The record amount is 7 inches. 7 inches of snow here in Jackson, Tennessee on January the 7th of 1988, which is really not that long ago. 1988, 7 inches of snow fell here in Jackson on January the 7th. My goodness. Well, alrighty, I think that's all the basic stats for you. It's time to show you some of the graphs and show you where it's raining and where it's snowing and sleeting and all that good stuff. We're on the edge of it right now, and overnight we'll get more of a solid area of it. For example, show you AccuWeather's radar first. That's because I like the satellite pictures for one thing. Well, no, they got a good one. There's local. East Tennessee and most of Middle Tennessee is still rain-free. They're going to get, really they're expecting ice over there. I've been reading on Twitter and some other places where they're expecting some ice over in East Tennessee. I wish them the best. Looks like right now, most of the heaviest precipitation, as you can see, is just north of Jackson. That pin there, sort of in the center of your screen, is pointing toward Jackson. So most of the heavier rain is to our north. There's a couple of spots to our south and southwest that's a little heavy, but it's not moving directly toward Jackson yet. But some of that will be. And then you see some spots of mixed precipitation, sleet and snow up toward St. Louis. I don't expect it to really last all that long up there, but they do have a better chance at it than we do. Matter of fact, we don't have any chance at this time of any frozen precipitation, or at least not this time around. Alrighty, here's a view of the southeast, kind of give you a better view of it. We're on the eastern edge of it. You can see more solid over towards, say, Little Rock, Arkansas, westward, over into Oklahoma. There's actually some thunderstorms in that down there in Texas around Dallas. They even have some thunderstorms down in that area. And there's an area where it's mixed up there. Well, it looked like it just skipped right over St. Louis. You know, it might have been brief, but didn't last long. The mixture is a little north of St. Louis there, and the northern half of Illinois, and moving on over into Indiana there. And that's north of us. It's going to stay north of us. I guess that's the good news for us, huh? Alright, go ahead and look at the national view. It shows it okay. Where the rain is, and the snow and mixture is more closer to Chicago, but it does come down some. Indianapolis, Indiana, roughly northward. And anything south, there's a little more rain and storms down there in Louisiana and Texas. Some of that may be inching its way toward us, but be more like steady to moderate rain. But that's more likely tomorrow than tonight. Then you see we're sort of frozen precipitation up north in different spots. The usual Great Lakes snow up there. I say usual, they seem to get it almost every day up there in that area, or nearly every day. And there's some precipitation, of course, out west. Some of that's mixing with snow in the mountains out in Washington State. And that pretty much explains the radar. Let me go on to satellite. Excuse me. I'm still not 100% clear with my sinuses. I'm a lot better, but still not 100%. Doggone it. Maybe maybe soon. Here's the clouds in the enhanced mode. It's pretty much cloudy across the mid-south. You see the spots of the higher clouds as they're showing up just north and west of us, just like the precipitation map is showing it. Alright. Move on to the southeast regional. And that pretty much shows you the same thing we just saw on the other map. The clouds is pretty well covered now. And there you see where it's cloudy and where it isn't. Kind of, on this map at least. I've got quite a bit of precipitation moving our way, though, according to this. That's going to be tomorrow's rain. Well, late tonight, too, for that matter. Move on to the national view. And there you see the whole country as a whole. The air is still cold enough in the east to where the radar looks funky. If I can use that word, for the eastern half where the skies are clear. You see how well it shows up out west? The air is so much warmer out there you can see the clear skies better out west. But that's our weather coming our way tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow. Probably tomorrow night. Matter of fact, the rain should be ending around 4 p.m. tomorrow, and just be mostly cloudy. But there's a good chance of some fog developing toward 9 p.m. Tomorrow night. All right, I'm going to take a look at this other radar again. I kind of like the way it shows up, and let you see it too. It shows up a little bit better than the other one. That's a closer look at Tennessee there. And really, when the clouds are light over us, kind of thin overcast over us. But it won't be long before we get some of that thicker cloud cover. Let me go to Little Rock, Arkansas. Where is that? Right here. Shows you more of what's coming our way as far as the satellite goes. And you see a better view of the satellite. There's West Tennessee. And you actually see that low pressure as it's turning out there in Oklahoma. Moving our way. Kind of give you an idea of what to expect overnight and tomorrow. Alright, there's another view. Let's see if I can almost aim it for Tennessee and you still see it pretty good. Bring that down a little bit. There we go. There's a pretty good view of the satellite. Alright, let's look at the map features. Thanks to Weather Underground. As of 6:55, Hey, that's just 2 minutes ago. Talking about updated. That's updated. Then you see all the precipitation. Then you see that low pressure. You saw that thing churning out there, counterclockwise. And you see it good. That's what we was looking at. And there you see the different spots of the snow. It shows up better on this radar for some reason. Weather Underground. There's that warm front to our southwest. It's going to help us really warm up in the next day or two. I'm going to get one more closer and give you a better idea of what that precipitation looks like. Alright, that's probably good enough right there. All that rain out west there you see, all the way over there to Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's a warm front that's pushing through Little Rock, Arkansas now. It's headed in our direction. Overnight, it's going to warm us up. And there you see the spotty showers in our area. Maybe you can see Jackson there. It's kind of in the middle of the map. And the other precipitation. They saw that area, a few thunderstorms thrown in there. And there's the mixture area up there north of St. Louis. And sort of in the Springfield, Illinois area and north of there. And other parts of the northern sections of the country up there. There's more rain than anything though. See if I can pull it down and get the little bit better view up there. It's more sleet and mixture than snow until you get over here. Right, but a lot of that's going to give them trouble. Oh, that's just updated. Just updated as we went through it. It's still snowing up there though. But at least the rain's getting it's close enough to them to where and maybe it won't be too bad, say halfway between here and Chicago. There's just a lot of rain to be moving northeast there. A lot of rain. Stretches all the way down to almost San Antonio, Texas, virtually. Which I'm seeing that. There it is. That's a long stretch around. Pretty good sized little thunderstorms there forming in Arkansas, moving east-northeast, I think. Alright. Well, that's the map features for you. See if I can get that to where Jackson to show up a little bit better. Alright, that'd be good enough right there, just in case YouTube decides to take a picture of that. I never know. Alright, time for the readout or the detailed forecast. I'll go ahead and turn it back on me while I read it to you. And of course it's calling for mostly cloudy skies the rest of tonight and tomorrow. Matter of fact, it's going to be mostly cloudy for the rest of the week. We'll have to wait till Saturday before the sun comes back out. Oh my goodness, here we go again with a long week of cloud cover. But at least the temperatures are going to be warmer. That'll help a little bit. We have here in Jackson at least a 40% chance of rain till about 4 p.m. and it jumps up to about a 70% chance by about 11 p.m. Chances higher north of Jackson and south of Jackson. But will be high near midnight here, and then that jumps on up to 90% for tomorrow. Mostly cloudy with a 90% chance for rain for all of us in West Tennessee, pretty much. That until about 4 p.m. and then around 4 p.m. the rain should quit. The skies will remain mostly cloudy though. And then there's a good chance of some patchy fog developing by about 9 o'clock tomorrow night. That'll probably last on into around daybreak Tuesday morning. Now whether it'll get thick enough for a dense fog advisory is yet to be seen. The low tomorrow morning, hey, it's going to be above freezing, hopefully. 37 degrees tomorrow morning for a low. Tomorrow's high is going to be a little bit cooler than today, but still above freezing. 42 for a high tomorrow. We should have east winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The moon rises, by the way, tonight at 11:26 p.m. and be setting tomorrow morning at 11:09 a.m. The sun will be rising tomorrow morning at 7:05 a.m. and set at 4:59 p.m. The moon will be rising tomorrow night at 11:55 p.m. and setting at 11:42 a.m. Tuesday morning. And by the way, the last quarter moon is complete tomorrow night at 4:25 p.m. That'll be tomorrow afternoon at 4:25 p.m. Even though it won't be shining on our side of the planet. It'll be shining on the other side of the planet. Eventually here, rising here just before midnight tomorrow night. Anyways. Let's see. Tuesday. Let's move on to Tuesday. Mostly cloudy skies with no precipitation at this time expected. With a low near 37 and a high of 52. Whoa, getting into the 50s. 52 degrees for Tuesday with east winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies continue. Rain's back in the forecast by Wednesday night. Mostly cloudy during the daytime though. With a 60% chance of rain by Wednesday night around sunset. With a low of 45. 45 for a low? Holy moly. It's been a while since we've had lows in the 40s. That looks like it for Wednesday morning. 45 for a low, 60 for a high. They've came down a couple of degrees, but that's still okay. 60 degrees for high. The 60 would feel gorgeous even if it is cloudy. Oh, it would be so much better if the sun was shining though. We'll get that in a month or so, hopefully. 60 degrees with sunshine, that is. Not this time around, I don't guess. Just cloudy skies with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now on Thursday, still going to be continued, mostly cloudy. Here we go with a 70% chance for rain on and off throughout the day. Low of 55. Whoa, low of 55. My goodness. Even the lows are getting close to 60. Whew. Low of 55 degrees, high of 62 degrees, with south winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's probably going to feel the warmest day of the week, even though there's a fairly good chance of rain throughout the day. When you know it to get nice and pleasant, we have to deal with rain. That's usually the way it works around here, though, most of the time. All right, on Friday, it's going to start cooling off again. Might have known it. Friday, mostly cloudy with an 80% chance of rain till sunset. And then just mostly cloudy. Going to be ending by sunset, but still just mostly cloudy. Low near 39 and high of 41. Or at least they're still above freezing. At least. We're back to north winds again at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The weekend looks nice, but a little on the cool side, I'm afraid. Fair skies both next Saturday and Sunday, the 13th and 14th of January. Low of 25. We're back to below freezing again. Next Saturday morning, a high of 36. At least it gets above freezing a touch. North winds are 10 to 20. Sunday morning, oh Lord, 18 degrees again. Back down in the teens for lows. Low of 18, a high of barely 33 degrees above freezing, with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And I'll go and give you Monday. Mostly Monday week, January 15th. Mostly clear, low near 19 and a high of 41, with west winds at 10 to 20. And they stabilizes just a touch after that. Back to mostly cloudy skies, though, by Tuesday, January 16th, with low of 23 and a high of 40, with northwest winds at 10 to 20. I think I'll let it go at that. I'll quickly repeat Mostly cloudy tonight with a 70% chance of rain by about 11 p.m. here in Jackson, greater north and south of us. And remaining about a good 90% chance of rain tomorrow till about 4 p.m. Then just mostly cloudy with patchy fog possible by around 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Low of 37, high of 42 tomorrow. East winds of 10 to 20. Alright, that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you as always for tuning in and listening and watching. And hopefully I'll be able to get back with you tomorrow night. And once again, I will quickly repeat that I will be reporting myself from Bemis within the next 2 weeks if everything goes as planned. That's all I'm going to say at this time. Alrighty, until tomorrow night, God bless you, sweet dreams. Thank you for watching, and talk to you later. Good night.